And speaking of this mighty holy love, yes, this universal love, I thought of what I told a number of people several years ago, that love will break every chain, and love will set you free. Love will break every tie that binds, and will break any and every alien yoke of bondage. And scientifically and legalistically free. Not by violating immigration laws, nor by violating natural laws, neither by violating the laws of your lineage through which you come. But love will break every chain, and love will actually set you free. For this cause, with you, I do rejoice to know I did say in Jesus, if you continue in my word, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The truth is the love of which I am now speaking, exemplified in the positive as an expression of life with sympathy, with tender mercy and compassion. The truth is that love exemplified. The truth is that love realized. For this cause, we do rejoice and we're glad to present to the world like sketch out a reflection among you, and to demonstrate it, what this mighty holy love will do. It will reach you wheresoever you are, if you will make the rightful contact and react upon the impulse of the moment, and then relax your conscious mentality with all your ego, and let go and let God in all sincerity. Love will completely free you. Will free you from all limitations, from all barriers, from all adverse and from all undesirable conditions. For this love is infinite by nature. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. He that believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, for this love transcends all mortal limitations. It goes into infinitude. Then you cannot reasonably fathom, neither can you vision the end thereof. For this cause, we are rejoicing to tell you about this love more explicitly, continually, in the actuated words of expression, in the demonstration, and in the demonstrating of brotherhood and fatherhood of God among the children of men. Showing you what this love really means. It brings about a closer relationship between man and man. It puts you in fellowship with your fellow men more closely and more sympathetically and harmoniously than any human relationship could imagine. Oh, what a privilege to live in such a recognition and to build upon such a foundation as this one. God is converting you by this mighty holy love. God is not confined to the work and mission of converting the children of men, but God is converting your profession, your business, your labor, and your trade. God is converting your respective organizations and converting everything with which you have to do so that it might live a real Christian, American, democratic, and evangelical life, fulfilling all of the requirements of both Judaism and Christianity, Americanism and democracy as synonymous, that you might express a real citizenry of a true democracy and bring into outer expression by this great conversion of glorious church without spot or wrinkle. We are rejoicing to know that we are not only converted those things of which and with which you are personally concerned, but we are even converting the children of men in all government. And even Uncle Sam himself has been converted. Aren't you glad? Never heard of Uncle Sam going back, paying his old backfield as never before until I began converting the children of men to do the very same thing. And I say, this is not a supposition of a very recent day. You find that Uncle Sam has signed an agreement to pay back to the Indians $31,700,000. He did not do that until my righteous government platform was drafted and instituted in government. At least presented to the world at large. And you're not doing this there. And not there and then instantaneously, nor immediately, until I had converted millions of individuals, the individual subjects of this democracy, into righteousness, equity, and justice, to live soberly, righteously, and godly, and to adjust matters satisfactorily by going back, paying the old back bills that they want to owe. Since that time, Uncle Sam has started paying his old back bills. And I say it's a privilege to realize God in the midst of you is actually the author and the finisher of all things. For you have declared scripturally, as it was written in the prophetic age, predictionally, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. You can see that men are not the only ones that are being converted, but even government and business and trade and society of every kind, they're all being converted to righteousness, equity, and justice. That's why they're calling for the civil rights law in all states in the Union. If not the exact civil rights law, they are calling for the FEPC law to be instituted in government as well as to be instituted in news. And I say it's a privilege to live in such a recognition, for God is converting the nations of the earth. As Uncle Sam got converted, and he's going forth, stepping from continent to continent, teaching the nations their ABC, how they should live soberly, righteously, and godly, and live according to the Bible as recorded by the prophets, the sages, and the seers. Not only doing so for himself as a nation and as a country, but to bring about a closer relationship of democracy and brotherhood universally. And I say it's a privilege to live in such a recognition, for Uncle Sam truly got converted. I think you will find somewhere in the most recent statistics where Uncle Sam is going to pay the Indians $31,700,000 as soon as Congress passes on. Isn't that wonderful? The Indians that had been deprived of the land and their possessions many years ago, but yet not so many years as it may have seemed to have been, or as it may seem to have been, whichever. But many years ago, they were deprived of so much of their land. Now Uncle Sam is ready to pay them back $31,700,000 as money for the land that had been taken by the subjects and representatives of this government. So it's a privilege to observe it. I am not free. I shall not be discouraged, and I shall not be disturbed till equity and justice shall be exercised on every hand. Aren't you glad? The retroactiveness and the retroaction of payment back to those who have given labor as slaves and their ancestors from years back. There is still an adjustment to be made for them and by them. God is dealing in the affairs of men. Who shall hinder him? You say the government shall be upon his shoulders. Do not put it on us. If you don't want me to execute equity and justice for all, so I'm here to say, aren't you glad? I say, even those of whom you least thought would be considered in the summation, is to come in time when they will be considered. Aren't you glad? All people shall have an equitable adjustment of equity and justice for one and for all. So the government is upon his shoulder, you say. If someone equity and justice should be exercised on every hand, do not keep the government up on his shoulder. Aren't you glad? God is dealing in the affairs of men, working scientifically, intuitively, and inspirationally by the Spirit of equity and justice for all. God shall deal in the affairs of men as never before. Aren't you glad? Uncle Sam got converted. A wonderful, wonderful privilege to realize that even governments are being converted to righteousness and equity and justice for all, whereby the kingdom of your God can come on earth among men under the Constitution and under its amendment and under the Declaration of Independence, having the same Bill of Rights to judge all of the people and to exercise righteousness for each and everyone, with the spirit of equity shall all be raised on the scale of justice, and equilibrium shall be the pen which shall write as though it would be and as though it is on the dotted line. Aren't you glad? So then I say, live in this recognition and build upon this foundation. You will see soon and very soon, time that has been will not be. For I came to give equity and justice to everyone. Weigh everything on the scale of justice. Have everything balanced on the balances of equity. Motivated by the infinite pendulum of equilibrium. I thank you.